Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and this video will be part 2 of Genshin tips that every player should know. If you haven't seen part 1, it is linked up in the top right corner. Go ahead and check that one out first. The topic for this video will be the same, just a few small tips for all Genshin players, and hopefully it will make your game life easier. This might start to turn into a series, so I will have further videos after this one. Some of those tips I find by myself and I use when I'm playing Genshin, and I find them extremely helpful and improve my gameplay and productivity if I'm trying to get something done. So without further ado, let's get started. The first tip I have is related to Timmie's pigeons, which are located on this bridge when you enter Mondstadt. Now, a lot of people come over here to collect fowl when they need to cook anything, but if you don't know how to kill all Timmie's pigeons successfully, then here is how you could possibly do it. My team is set up like this, where I have the Animo Traveler and Aloy. The reason why Aloy is on my team is for the passive talent where she won't scare away any of the animals. And then the Traveler for her burst. You can also do this with Sayu and some Pyro user, but here's the one if you have all these characters. If you don't have Aloy yet, you can get her in the mailbox if you've reached a certain adventure rank. Yeah! After doing the burst on the pigeons, all the fowl will be collected on the ground for you to pick up. So now you know how to collect a bunch of fowl. Make sure to come here often so you can collect it. They take a little bit of time to come back, and if you mess it up the first time, don't worry because there's always a second chance. The next tip is located in Wangshu Inn. You might know of the seller here, Virgildet. The reason why I come over to Wangshu Inn is to check out her shop. She sells a lot of helpful food such as almond tofu, matsutake meat rolls, and also violet grass and silk flowers, which are the most common thing that I get. Since I don't normally go around farming violet grass, I like purchasing my violet grass here, and it's not that expensive. There's a bunch more hidden NPCs that sell a bunch of things, such as in Liyue Harbor, but this is one of my favorites to go to, so I can get some materials that might be a little harder to find. The next thing that I'd like to mention is something that's discussed a lot, and it is about exploration. Currently, I have 100% in all of Mondstadt and 100% in most parts of Liyue, but something to note is that you don't need to collect every single chest and do every challenge to get 100%. For Yashiri and Narukami Island in Inazuma, I haven't done every single challenge and collected all the chests yet, but I already have 100% exploration. So just because you have 100% does not mean that you've collected everything. So if you do have the treasure compass, you could still possibly go around and collect a few of the remaining chests. If you need a little bit of help, you can always check the interactive map to find hidden chests or secret chests from little challenges. This next one is a really strange tip, and it also seems oddly specific, but hear me out. I did not find out about this until super recently when I got 100% in this area of Liyue. If you go to this area in Guyon Stone Forest, right here on the map, it's near the geohypostasis, and you will see these boats that are abandoned on the rock. Now if you fly down to it, there will be a small rock tower that you can simply break and then get a precious chest from it. So if you do need a few primos, like let's say you're at 159 primos and need a few more for a pull, all you have to do is break the rock pillar that is located right here and get the chest. I was super shocked about this one, and I was amazed that I was not able to find this one until I actually found it on the interactive map. Once again, the location is right here. You can teleport to this waypoint and walk over here to get it and enjoy your free precious chest. Here we are back in Liyue for our next tip. If you are looking for a free sword, you can simply walk over to a shop over here and talk to this NPC. By simply talking to this NPC, you will be able to obtain a free sword, which I'll show you in my inventory. Now, this sword is one of the rarest swords because you can only get one copy in the entire game. Make sure you lock this sword because you will not be able to obtain it once you've already deleted it. This could be good for Kazuha or anyone who is doing swirl reactions and is a great support sword. If you're still starting out in the game and would like a sword, go ahead and check this one out because it is a pretty good one. Here is a tree chopping tip that you might have not heard about yet. So if you are tree chopping and would like wood for building furnishings in your teapot, usually you would go to a part in the forest where there are plenty of trees. One of my favorite spots is located on this island in Inazuma, where there are plenty of trees and there's a route to farm them. Each tree drops 3 logs of wood. If you're trying to farm trees faster and would not like to wait for the respawn time, there actually is a tip for that. After about 10-11 trees, the tree that you chopped first would reset. So let's say I chopped this tree first. If I chopped another 10 trees, the one over here would reset and I would be able to chop it again and get the same amount of wood. So if you're just looking for a faster method to chop down the trees, here is your way to go. Another tip that might seem oddly specific is this one by the Statue of the Seven. All you have to do is head over to this house and there will be 2 spots to investigate. Now usually Usually this investigate spot gives weapons, so if you need any weapon XP, sometimes it gives 2-star or 1-star weapons. There are a bunch of spots like this along the map, but I like to go to this one because it is really close to the waypoint and I can simply teleport to it. Let's say you're busy doing Spiral Abyss, but you have to pause for certain reasons. Since you can't click escape without having to leave Spiral Abyss, and you can't click your inventory, a way to pause the game is by clicking M or the map. The map will pause your game so that you can return to Spiral Abyss without leaving your progress. If you're on mobile, you can click the map up in the corner here, and it works just the same. This is much easier if you need to pause in Spiral Abyss without having to leave or open your inventory. Alright, so that will be it for the tips of part 2. I know this one was a lot shorter, but I promise next one will have plenty more tips to go. If you haven't seen Teapot Tales episode 3, that is linked in the description for you to watch. But for now, have an amazing day. I wish you the best of luck on your pulls. I know that we've just had the new version 2.5 program, so I'm super excited to have the new characters and to hopefully wish for Raiden. So I'll see you next time!